it's jdubs here, and today I am talking about the lore of Zelda. And this video is dedicated to Mean Expert 1814 because he wants to start getting into Zelda lore, and I just wanted to help him. So I got my book of Zelda, which I actually lent to him because I'm his friend. I lent that to him the other day, but now I'm going to go a little more in depth and make it more understandable. So, here you go. So like I said, this video is mostly addressed to Mean Expert 1814, but this is for anyone who's confused on the chronology of Zelda. So, let's get started. So, this adventure starts with the creation of everything that is everything. And the three golden goddesses, Din, Nehru, and Farour, come together to create the land and the sky and the earth and all that stuff. It's windy outside. And so, as it says on page 70, Din, the goddess of power, created the land. Nehru, the goddess of courage, created the order. And Farour, the goddess of courage... Nehru, the goddess of wisdom, created order. And Farour, the goddess of courage, created the diverse inhabitants. So, basically, Din created the earth itself. Nehru created, like, the grass and the order and... you know, making it not chaotic, like just red. And then Farour put the life in Hyrule. And, so that's what happens there. But then, so there's 4 goddesses in the timeline, 5 goddesses in the timeline, 4 main goddesses, one of which is mainly in 2 games. So the 3 golden goddesses are the people who create everything. They make a goddess named Hylia, who's the protector of the people, pretty much. So the goddess Hylia is the protector of everybody, right? She protects all the humans in the land. And when the Demon King Demise comes to devastate and kill all the people, she tries to fend him off using her harp and the Master Sword. And she sends all the humans to the sky, where Demise can't really get them, and then seals Demise in the sealed grounds. I forgot to mention... spoilers! I'm sorry for not mentioning this. Spoilers for the entire Zelda series. spoilers. Spoilers for the entire Zelda series. If you at all want to play or experience any of these games' stories for yourself, stop watching this video. Okay? Because spoilers. Extreme spoilers. Let's carry on. So, the humans go to the sky, and Demise is sealed in the sealed grounds for 1,000 or so years. I'm not exactly sure what the exact time is. And years later, hundreds of years later, Demise is trying to be resurrected by Girahim, the best, one of the best villains in gaming ever. It's Girahim, the... how would I say this? Servant, right? The Demon King's servant. Yeah, and so, well, you're sent off to Zelda, and once again, spoilers. Like I said, spoilers for the whole game, because it's a huge plot point. So spoilers for Skyward Sword, spoilers for the series. Zelda, the goddess reincarnation of the goddess Hylia, is stolen by Girahim at the beginning of the game, and it's Link, the chosen hero's job to go and save her. Yeah. So what Girahim is doing is using Zelda, the goddess Hylia, to resurrect Demise, right, the evil Demon King. And on this journey, you forge the Master Sword out of the goddess's blade. So the Master Sword gets forged in this game. The very first, the Master Sword is in this game. And Zelda has to go to various rings to cleanse herself and go back in time and blah 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 blah. But she and so yeah. So yeah. Girahim is trying to get Zelda so that he can resurrect his master, which is Demise. And really, he succeeds. He does, really. I mean, he does, but doesn't, because not all of Zelda's dead. But it's enough that Demise is reincarnated. And that's the final battle. And when you defeat Demise, he curses Hyrule, so that someone evil will always come and take over, which normally is Ganon or Ganondorf, but sometimes it's like Vati or some other dude, but it's either Vati, Ganondorf, Ganon, Aghanim, whatever their names are. But then so after that happens, many years later, there's a battle for the Sacred Realm, and it says on page 77 of the Hyrule Historia, the legend of a supreme power spread throughout the land, whetting the appetites of those who would possess the Triforce, inciting vicious battles between them. Rauru, the Sage of Light, constructed the Temple of Time, which contained the only existing entrance to the Sacred Realm, where the Triforce was located. With power stronger than both Time and the Master Sword. With power stronger than both Time and the Master Sword, Rauru sealed the Sacred Realm. So, there was big wars over the Triforce. Everyone wanted to get this Triforce. I mean, it would grant me my wish, finally! But Rauru the Sage saw that all these greedy people are evil, so he constructed the Temple of Time from Ocarina of Time, which is a game we'll see much later, and put the Master Sword there and sealed it. Seals the Sacred Realm, right? So that the Sacred Realm can only be accessed by putting the 3 spiritual stones on their places, playing the Song of Time with your Ocarina, and like I said, getting the 3 spiritual stones in the first place is hard. Then playing the Ocarina of Time, playing the Song of Time, going in there and pulling up the Master Sword, then you can go to the Sacred Realm. That's really the only way to get the Triforce. And we'll come back to that later, but next, the Minish Cap. Oh my gosh, this game is great. So, the Picori and the Light Force. So, on page 78, it kind of explains that after sealing away evil, so the first major events to happen since the Kingdom of Hyrule was established, the world was engulfed by evil, begins enshrouded in golden light and a sword. Using the sword, the hero of men sealed the evil being away in the bound in chest and brought peace to the world once again. The golden light was the Light Force. The Light Force and the Triforce are 2 different things. Do not get confused. The Light Force from the Minish Cap is a completely different entity than the Triforce from the rest of the games. Okay, the Light Force is a force of eternal power. And it's what Vati is after for the entire game. But the Triforce is a completely different thing. It's the thing the 3 golden goddesses made. So, the Picori are the Picori are little tiny creatures that pretty much mean good fortune. They're the ones who hide grass or rupees and hearts in grass, which sprouts fan theories for Breath of the Wild, the Picori being dead. Yeah, deep stuff there. But yeah, what they do is they kind of put that stuff there, and I believe the hero was a Picori. I'm not sure. Yes. Yeah, so the Picori came from the sky, and gave the sword and the light force to the hero of men. So, years after the story, there's always a fighting tournament. Every 100 years, the secret door would open and the Picori would pass through and enter the world of humans. The customs of the Picori festival had continued for many, many years, among them as a sword fighting tournament. The award ceremony was held in front of the Picori blade and was the only chance to see the blade. So, after winning the sword ceremony, you'd get to see the Picori blade, which is a pretty big honor because this thing is the thing. So there's an unexpected evil at the the Picori Festival. So for the 100th year of the Picori Festival, there was an unusually grand celebration. In the customary sword fighting tournament, an unknown man named Vati was the victor. Vati believed that the life force was bound in a chest. He broke the Picori blade to unseal the chest and found that it did not contain the light force at all. The evil that had been sealed inside poured forth from the chest. Vati turned Princess Zelda into stone and headed off in search of the light force. And what I'm pretty sure what happened is when he drew the light sword, all the enemies spawned in the Hyrule Field and such. So that was the evil. So the curse placed on Princess Zelda could only be broken with a sacred power of the Picori blade. The tribe of the Picori, also called the Minish, were the only ones who were able to fix the Picori blade, and they would be the only ones and they could only be seen by children. Therefore, Smith, the great blacksmith, haha, pun intended, proposed that the king of Hyrule enlist help of the young Link. So basically Link, because he's a child, has to go and resurrect the Picori blade and free Princess Zelda. And Ezlo is a hat. But he's not a hat. He is actually a Minish Elder that was turned into a hat by Vati because Vati wanted the Hat of Power. And I haven't said yet how cute Vati is as a little Minish. Just saying. So, Link has his adventures with kinstones and such, and I might touch on kinstones another day, and forges the Four Swords, which will come into play later. And so he defeats Vati, and because Vati figures out that the light force is in Zelda and almost kills Zelda to get the light force, but Link defeats Vati and seals him inside the Picori blade, which has now become the Four Swords, which allows him to split into 4 on special tablets. And now we get into Four Swords Adventures. Mainly just Four Swords, which was the kind of a side adventure to the port of Link to the Past in for the GBA, and then got re-released for the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. So, but this was really just a side game for a 4-player side game from the port of A Link to the Past to the Game Boy Advance. So the Four Swords let Link split into 4 entities. So he could be 4 people were able to fight, and the Wind Mage Vati, I wonder where that name is, and he's actually just the monster now. He's not a human anymore. He doesn't retain any of his memories. He steals away the Princess Zelda, and the 4 Links have to go find the Great Fairies and to open up the Sky Portal, give them the keys to the Sky Realm, to the Wind Palace, and defeat Vati and save the princess. It's a simple plot. I'm not even sure why it's on the timeline, but they decided to. Now, remember when I told you guys about Rauru putting the Triforce in the Temple of Time? Now we're back to Ocarina of Time. So a young Link is called to see the Deku Tree with his new fairy because he's the boy without a fairy in the Kokiri tribe. The Kokiri tribe is a tribe of forest people. They're all kids and they all have fairies. And so he's called to see the Deku Tree, and it turns out he's the hero of legend. And what he's supposed to do is save the Deku Tree from evil force that a evil thief from the Gerudo Desert put on him. You kill the boss in the dungeon and he dies anyway. But he tells you the story of the creation, which I told you guys at the beginning of the video. So, the Deku Tree dies and you are sent off to Hyrule Castle to meet with the Princess Zelda. And when you meet Princess Zelda, she's expecting you. She really is. She saw you in one of her dreams, and so she expects you, and she tells you you need to get the 3 spiritual stones, because there's this evil man in there that I believe to be the most evil person in the universe. He is so evil, right? Like, oh my gosh, this guy is evil. And so you have to go on a quest to get the other 2 spiritual stones, because the Daegu tree gave you one of them. And so you go find them, and well, once you find she's running away already, because Ganon is chasing her. Ganondorf is chasing after her, and she throws the Ocarina of Time into the moat of the water, and so you have to go and get the Ocarina of Time from the water after Ganondorf literally kicks your butt. You know, after, like, you go through all this hardship, and then he just pretty much defeats you right then and there. And so you put the 3 spiritual stones down, play the Song of Time, and, play the Song of Time, and you draw the Master Sword. Turns out, that's what Ganondorf wanted all along. He goes into the Sacred Realm and steals the Triforce. Except, because he is impure of heart, the Triforce splits into 3 fragments: power, courage, and wisdom. 1 fragment goes to Ganondorf, 1 fragment goes to Link, and the 3rd fragment is unknown where it is. And so, because you drew the Master Sword, the Chosen Hero drew the Master Sword, but he was not old enough. So he gets transported 7 years into the future. He's transported 7 years into the future. So he pretty much didn't even get to grow up his childhood. He goes transported 7 years into the future, and Ganondorf has taken over Hyrule Castle and Romani Ranch, or not Romani, and Lon Lon Ranch, and all the castle town is literally Re-Dead Haven, and it's just terrible what he has done. And so you have to unite the 7 sages, well, six sages. You have to round up all the sages, and they're all trapped in dungeons, all the dungeons, except for Raru, and you have to use their help, with their help, go and, fight Ganondorf. And on the way, there's a spooky ninja character named Sheik who helps you along your way, who, spoiler alert, like I said, huge spoilers for the Zelda series if you haven't already figured out, is actually Zelda, even though is it really a spoiler at this point? I mean, is it really a spoiler? Like, everyone on the internet knows that Sheik is Zelda. I mean, even if you played Smash Bros. Brawl, you know that Sheik is Zelda. Just saying. But that is not the point. And so you go, and you gather all the sages' medallions, and you go to all the sages, you collect them up, and you fight Ganondorf, and hopefully you win, right? And I'm gonna give you guys the good side first. If you win, if you beat Ganondorf, you have to run out of a castle, and he turns into Ganon, and you have to fight Ganon. And then this is where it gets extremely confusing. Because depending on how you do an Ocarina of Time, it can affect the outcome. If you beat Ocarina of Time, there's 2 timeline splits. One which happens in the adult era of Ocarina of Time after Link has left. One that happens in the child era of Ocarina of Time once Link travels back in time after the game. And then there's one where at any point in Ocarina of Time you die, it happens. And that's what we're going to go over next. So if you die in Ocarina of Time, that's going to be for the next video. This is a 2-parter on the Legend of Zelda thing. So I will see you guys in the next video, which probably won't be very far from this video. In fact, I think I'm going to record it right after this one. But for the next video, I will give you guys the rest of the timeline. So it took me 20 minutes to go over the first timeline. I wonder how long it's going to take me to get through the other three, especially the next one, because it's got like a majority of the games on it. But I guess this has been jdubs. I will see you guys on the other side. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I will see you guys